through lots of injuries last year. I think Coach Riley said you didn't practice the second half of the season maybe. Can you just sort of share all that you were going through and what that was like?
Yeah, so game of football, you're going to get bumps and bruises, man. You know, I had pushing through a foot injury mostly second half of the season, but, you know, it is what it is, man. Like, growing up, you're gonna learn football. It's a part of the game, I would say. So, you know, pushing through is a part of who I am. So that's kind of
shoulder as well, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, shoulder as well. Landed on it again FSU game. That's why I was kind of on the ground right there. But, you know, feeling good, feeling fast.
Does it feel to be fully, I guess, presumably fully healthy now?
Amazing, man. Great to get back out there with my team, not missing any reps. You know, wide receiver core looking fast, man. Just feels good to be back out there.
Just a quick FYI, Adam Randall is available outside now. If you can continue the time as well. What injury happened?
That actually happened. I started feeling it a lot after the Miami game. But, yeah, so like I said, man, playing through it is part of who I am.
So when were you fully healthy, like 100% cleared?
I would say that first shoulder injury was on that punt return versus Charleston Southern. It was when I started battling the injuries. But, yeah.
I guess when in the offseason, I know you had foot surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I guess when did you kind of fully get over that? I know you practiced in the spring, but I guess when did you get back to like 100%?
Yeah, so just, you know, recovery was a lot of my focus in the spring. But, you know, second half of spring, I tried to get a couple reps here and there, rehabbing my foot a lot, and yeah.
As a guy who had success his freshman year, what do you tell Wesco? What do you tell Moore to kind of, you know, help them hit the ground running similar to the way you and Antonio did?
Learn, man. Don't take that playbook lightly. That's how you get on the field. You know what you're doing. They gonna touch that field for sure. Like, them boys right there, they came in mentally more, I would say, more mentally ready than I was, man. They learning things faster. They just going with the groove, man, and I like that about them. So, yeah.
What have you seen from them physically? You mentioned obviously they came in prepared, but obviously two guys that arrived with a ton of hype. What have you seen from them so far?
Freak athletes, man. Physically, could gain a little more weight, but in my eyes, they're gonna be some problems with no question.
Antonio was just in here talking about the shirts, wide receiver U, improve it. You know, obviously for a number of years, that was Clemson's moniker, right? So what is the level of pressure you guys are putting on yourselves to prove it and to re-earn that nickname, so to speak?
You know, definitely not only in the wide receiver room, but I feel like there's just a different energy in the field everywhere, man. Like, you can feel it in the air at practice. Like, my last fall camp, this one right here, everyone's on it, man. You can feel Coach Sweeney's holding us to that higher standard. And us wide receivers, man, we got big shoes to fill coming after guys like Sammy, DeAndre Hopkins, all those type of guys. And we feel like we got to prove that this year for sure. With the type of caliber guys we got, we can definitely make that happen.
How do you go about that? Like, where does that process start in earning that? That moniker.
Oh, honestly, man, just coaches. They push us day in and day out. They keep our heads level, man. We basically just playing inside in, not listening to all the hype and all the doubters. So yeah, we just play inside out and stick to what we know.
Dabo told us he had shown you guys some clips of the Olympics and those epic finishes of guys, what finishing looks like. What's it like to see some of those things? How does that motivate you and just remind you of how much that much can matter?
Yeah, man. Coach Sweeney, he always preaches not only effort, but effort with technique. And as you see in that Olympic run, man, Noah Lyles had just a little more better technique, and he just had his torso over the line where the other guy's foot was over the line, but Noah Lyles, his whole torso was over the line, which really matters at the end. So, you know, effort with technique, man, is what we're really focusing on.
Competition in the wide receiver room. You look around, and right now everybody's reasonably healthy, and there's 8-9 guys that can make plays. Realistically, only 3, maybe 4 are going to be able to run out there at one time. How do you handle the competition that goes on?
Definitely a deep wide receiver room, I would say. But our biggest thing is just supporting each other, man. We all love each other. we all just want each other to go out there and do what we know we can do. So we all, it don't matter who running out there. We gonna push each other each and every day. We're gonna support each other. We're gonna have each other's backs, and that's just what we about.
You mentioned the different energy this so far. What have you seen different out of Cade on the field so far?
Just definitely stepping into that leadership role. I always knew he could. Knew he could be, man. He's just he don't like slacking. So he lets that be known. So if you slacking, he gonna let you know. So that's the type of QB I like for sure.
Anything different on the field, just in the execution?
Just maturing. I would say.
With that energy, would you say that the change, did it start in the summer? Did it start in the spring? At some point last year, when did you notice, hey, things are getting ready to change around here?
I feel like we all went through that moment, that 4-4 moment. Honestly, after that Miami game, man, we just you just seen a flip in the switch with our guys, man. We know we finished five in a row at the end of the season, so finishing was just our biggest thing. So we all focus on that, and we're gonna see where it takes us.
Going back to Cade, I think Phil Moffitt was telling us that they're player-led meetings, and he was up front, kind of telling receivers where he wanted you guys, and was really taking charge. I mean, how different was that from Cade in terms of him just, even kind of leading you guys through meetings and stuff like that?
Definitely, always been a leader, but he letting his voice be known this year. So he letting us know, having separate meetings with just the wide receivers, just to get our coordination right and our timing and just the little things, and I love that about him.
I think I heard there's also a player-led thing where you guys split up into like 6 different groups in terms of talking to each other and getting to know each other.
Right.
Kind of what do you remember from those different types of meetings?
Yeah, just Coach Sweeney, man. He always preaches just get to know your teammates. Like you one of your teammates having a bad day, you know what's gonna get them going. Like you got to be able to motivate your teammates and empower your teammates. So that's really what that was all about, and just getting to know our teammates better, just get to know what they've been going through for sure.
How does that change the dynamic, do you think, between teammates when you have that kind of bond or understanding of each other?
Just bringing each other closer, man. Some teams you might not. Some teams might not take each other like bickering back and forth with each other. With us, man, it's just getting better. We don't have any egos on this team. We all got one goal, and we gonna say what we got to say and move on about it.
What did you learn from Antonio last year when he was out and then you kind of stepped in and did some things yourself, and he was talking about your relationship and how special you are to him? Just how did he help you get better, and where's your relationship like with Antonio?
Just his poise, man. He played that slot last year. He knows the game. He knows the game. Film junkie, man. He took me under his wing, taught me a lot of things, and just a leader, man. Even when he's not on the field, he's motivating us. He's making the team better in any way he can.
Dabo likes to talk about the practice over at Jervey being a change of scenery. It's hot, it's humid, there's nowhere to hide. How would you describe the challenges of moving away from the practice facility and going across the street?
Man, it's just a blade of grass at the end of the day, man. Grass is grass. We gonna go get it out any field right now. But that Jervey a little different, a little hotter over there. No, not a lot of shade. But grass is grass, and we trying to get it wherever we at.
Obviously, you guys have some young, talented guys coming in. Do you think of anything? Do you take it upon yourself in any way to lead? I mean, you obviously had such a breakout year last year. To help guide them just in preparing for that, getting ready for it. How do you look at leading and guiding them?
Yeah, so basically main thing with young guys when they come in is just a mindset, And the young guys that came in this year, they just I feel like they mentally got it, man. And which surprised me, they getting extra catches without having nothing having to be said to them. So, they motivate me, I would say. And we all just getting better, motivating each other. They on the right track, I would say, for sure.
Is there anything unique about Wesco? If you kind of just think about the way he plays or runs routes, or I guess the way he presents out there, what's different, unique?
Yeah, just a freak athlete, man, I would say. Just route technician, just way ahead. I feel like he knows what he's doing out there in one-on-one situations. He's learning defensive schemes, and that's going to be the next step for him for sure.
I guess TJ Moore, I guess obviously he's only been here for a couple months, but
Right.
what stands out about him?
Right, man. His hands, I'm not gonna lie. That boy got automatic hands. You know, he got that swagger to him. He got a little too much swag sometimes, but you know that's him. We gonna bring that dog out of him. And once he pair that dog up with them hands, he gonna be dangerous.
What do you mean in terms of too much swag? He tries to catch it one-handed a lot, or like
Nah. He know better than that one now. He know better than that one. But I would just say just smooth. Like, you know how we punch in, punch out. He got a little. His punches are just like and like sometimes it need to be if that makes sense. You know, if that makes sense.
It might be tough for John to write it.
Yeah. You gotta make it capital.
Anybody else for Tyler? All right, Tyler. Thank you, man.
Thank you.